यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ओम ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Shri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita verse number 22 of 14th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha प्रकाशंच प्रवृत्तिंच मोहमेव च पांडव न द्वेष्टि संप्रवृत्तानि न निवृत्तानि कांक्षति. In the last words, Arjuna asked a question regarding Gunatitaha. Gunatitaha means a person who has transcended three gunas. And that person was explained in the verse number 19 and 20. Which is very important part of 14th chapter. There Bhagavan explains how he transcends those three gunas and what is the means of it, and after transcending what he reaches, where he reaches, what he attains, everything was told by Bhagavan Krishna. Now Arjuna wants to discover. Now we have to know the meaning of the word discovering something and recognizing something. What is the difference between discovering and recognizing? And realization, realizing something, All of them it seems to be giving the same meaning, but from different aspects, different angles. We are recognizing the things from the childhood. We are also discovering something, sometimes we realize something. So now recognizing a person as a manager, as a clerk, as an engineer, as a doctor, this is not discovering something. It is accepting and recognizing something. We also recognize a person as a doctor, as an engineer, as a carpenter, as a smith, blacksmith or goldsmith. We recognize a person with adjectives according to their business, according to their nature even. He is an angry person. We recognize like that. But discovering, it exists, something mystic. Discovering ourselves. One of my friend, his nature is to become fainted by seeing blood. Whenever there is a bloodshed, he just becomes unconscious. He was not aware about himself that he has the nature of it. Then we took him to the doctor. The doctor said, after a long period of analysis, he said that something happened in young age that impacts now. It's a kind of discovering, So discovering something from inside. Recognition and discovery. The realization which helps us to discover something, to recognize something. Now Arjuna wants to discover or recognize Ved Gunatita. He wants to recognize, am I Gunatita? Have I transcended this Gunatraya? Or am I able to understand that I am nothing but Gunatita? Therefore, he doesn't know how to put the question. He confuses himself to put the words discovering or recognizing or realization. So what the word has to be brought here, he was totally confused. Therefore, he put the questions which has got 3 questions in it. He asks, what is the lingam of Gunatita? What is the indicators by which I can understand who is Gunatita? The indication, lingam of Gunatita. We also learned the lingam of Gunatraya. Now lingam of Gunatita, a person, one who has transcended through or transcended Gunatraya, 3 gunas. Then what? The next he asks, Kim acharaha? What is the conduct? Conduct, So what is the characteristic? Because there is no characteristic. Then how can I come to know a person has come across the Gunatraya? How do I understand myself? Have I transcended 3 gunas? What is the conduct of it? Then finally he asks about what is the sadhanas for it. What is the upaya? Upaya means what? What is the method to come the Gunatita, to become as a Gunatita? These 3 aspects shows Arjuna has got confusion with the meaning of discovering, recognizing and identifying. Here the sadhana is to identify. I have to only identify myself with original myself. That is the only meaning through which I can become Gunatita. But Arjuna still, he is endowed with the mentality of normal people. Normal people, what kind of mentality do they have? They have the mentality we have to travel, the spiritual journey to take the places. We have to do lots of tapas. We have to own lots of karmas. Through meditation alone is possible. Through doing seva alone is possible. Through having, samadhi alone it is possible. So all those wrong understandings to be removed from our mind. And this Gunatitaha, who is not endowed with mysticism. He is not a mysticon. Always Vedanta never give room for mysticism. Vedanta is absolute practical education. It's very simple. Gunatitaha means one who can read others' mind. You should not have the definitions. Gunatita means jnani, the person who has identified himself with Gunatita. That mere identification with the help of knowledge from Shastra, only it is possible. Not through other means. Therefore, the person, one who is appearing as though mystic, he has got some siddhi. Siddhi means you know that. Some kind of achievements, Ashtanga Yoga Siddhi. The person who can fly, who can even disappear, who can penetrate in others' sharira. All those things are not the meaning which is given here. Gunatitaha means the person just who is unaffected by 3 gunas and 3 gunas karya. Now the question is, what is the lingam of Gunatitaha? What is the acharya? Achara means conduct. Achara means the lifestyle, conduct of Gunatitaha. Then finally, what is the method or what is the way to become Gunatitaha? These 3 questions came from Arjuna. Bhagavan started answering from verse number 22. So from verse number 22 and 23, Bhagavan speaks about Gunatitasya lingam, the indicators of Gunatitaha. Then from 24 and 25th, by these 2 verses, Bhagavan brings Gunatitasya acharaha, the conducts of Gunatitaha. From verse number 26, Bhagavan talks about Gunatita sadhanam, the methods, the means to become Gunatitaha. So once we become very clear with that, that's all. The Gunatitaha can be discovered inside. It is to be discovered. It is not to be recognized with something. Discovering something by mere identification. Only by identifying with the proper self. So that itself helps us to discover Gunatitatvam in us. but we cannot express it. We need not to show it out. Whatever is expressed, whatever is shown, and whatever is objectified, all of them belong to Guna Trayam. That's what understanding we have to. So Bhagavan gives a solid answer in the beginning itself. Prakashancha pravrittincha moham evacha pandava. Prakasha, which is the effect of sattva guna, brightness or clarity. Now, the brightness gives the temptation to be endowed with knowledge-oriented lifestyle. It wants to enter into that. Pravritti nivritti atmakam prakasham bhavati. Every guna make us to begin something, to be endowed with something. Every guna makes us to come out of something. For example, sattva guna person, he would like to be endowed with the environment where the knowledge is given. Any knowledge-based lifestyle alone, liked by the person who is dominated by the sattva guna that we learned in the last session itself. If he is offered a lifestyle which is action oriented, definitely he will reject it. That is what is known as nivritti. Therefore, we have to understand here sattva guna which brings pravritti, nivritti towards sattvika aspects. Rajoguna which brings pravritti, nivritti in action based lifestyle or towards action based lifestyles. And tamoguna which always likes to be with inactivity or to be endowed with adharmic things. The pravritti, nivritti. But this person, one who has identified himself with the sakshi. Sakshi means what? Witness to trigunas, witness to ahankara. Now ahankara which is pulled by sattva guna, which is pulled by rajoguna, which is pulled by tamoguna. And being in one guna, he is attracted to others. He is not attracted to that. He gets aversion or he gets vicious likes. The ahankara will be victimized. This sakshi won't be victimized. The person, one who has identified himself with the sakshi, he won't be bothered about ahankara, whether it is joined with rajoguna or tamoguna and or sattva guna, because that is temporarily connected. The connection between sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna, it is temporary. So the ahankara which has got temporary connection with a particular guna, then it gets connected with another guna. He is not bothered, he is not disturbed, he is not attracted by them. Na kankshati, na dveshti. He doesn't become desirer of it or he doesn't dislike it. Just he has a samatvam. This is the lingam. And further explanation, because when he says he wants a samatva means how it is possible, we may have the question. Therefore, one more shloka Bhagavan brings, let us read it. Udasina vadasina gunayiryo na vichalyate guna vartanta yatyeva yovatithati nengate. Yaha gunaihi na vichalyate. One who is not shaken by gunas. Udasenavat asinaha. One who maintains himself as though having carelessness with all these gunas. He doesn't care about which guna is going on with the system. But he will make the system to be endowed with dharma, okay? But he never worried about it. Worried about the guna, whatever the guna comes. He just allows the body to be endowed with the dharma. But his care, he won't depend on gunas. That's what the meaning is. Becoming careless person means what? It seems to be some negative definition. No. He won't depend on gunas. We always depend on gunas. When we are doing so much work, when we are endowed with lots of activities, our mind is fond of tamoguna. So active mind which is longing for relaxedness, rest. It means what? The rest is the product of tamoguna. So when you are given rest, you cannot sleep forever. Only Kumbhakarna used to sleep for 6 months. So we are not Kumbhakarnas, but some of us, we are very Kumbhakarnas. I have seen few people, they sleep, they enjoy the Sunday, like, they start sleeping 10 o'clock Saturday night, they will sleep up to 2 o'clock the Sunday afternoon. My God, it's a long sleep. How it would be possible? Okay, Chalu, let them sleep for more than 15 hours or even 24 hours. They cannot be there in that state alone. They have to become active. Their mind will urge to be endowed with activity, Rajoguna. So when there is Rajoguna and the mind would be calm, means the mind will wish to have the pleasant weather, pleasant mind, pleasant nature. It is Sattva-guna. Craving for Tamoguna, craving for Sattva-guna, craving for Rajoguna, it happens automatically. But this person who knows the secret of gunas, he won't endowed with that craving. He will maintain himself being identified with original nature. He can objectify them. Guna vartante ityeva. So gunas, occupies one by one. He won't worry about it. But he will use the gunas. When he is in Sattva guna, he will meditate. When he becomes Rajasic, he will serve. When he becomes Tamasic, he will relax. And he can shift even. That's, gunas comes his control, under his control. That is not given here, but one Tikakara, he says, so gunas are used by gunatitaha. Means when you identify you are nothing but gunatitaha, means you can shift, we gain the capacity to overpower gunas. That is not mystic, okay? It is not mystic, but he can overpower the gunas, he can shift whatever the gunas he wants to. So he will use Sattva-guna when he meditates. He can use Rajoguna when he cleans something or when he serves the humanity. And he can use Tamoguna. Tamoguna means what? To become ignorant to bad things. He won't look at all. Sometimes, the spiritual people should be blind person towards wrong things. He has to andho bhavaniyam. He has to be like a dumb and deaf to the wrong things. But he has to be aware to not become victim of them. That's what the meaning is. He won't become victim to the wrong things. He won't be victimized by these three gunas, because he can objectify. That's what, by identifying properly with the self, he can objectify ahankara even. Therefore, avatisthati na ingate, he is not affected by that. Yaha anitisthati iti va pathantaram. Okay, there is one more patha, yaha anitisthati. Na ingate na chalati swarupavastha eva bhavati ityarthaha. He is not coming out of the supreme consciousness. He just remain brahmanyadaya karmani sangam tektva karoti yaha lipyate na sapapena padmapatramivambhasa. My God, it's a superb shloka it was. So once you are able to establish yourself in Brahman, means you are able to identify yourself with that gunatita entity, you gain a capacity to objectify your ahankara. It is not outside job. The indication you cannot find from anybody. We cannot judge others by having this definition, whether he is a gunatitaha or gunasahitaha. We cannot identify. The lingam means the definition which can be identified. Lingam means indicators. That indication about ourselves only can be understood. We cannot judge others by these indications. There is only a self understanding. Yaha avatishtati, yaha na nengate, yaha avatishtati brahmani. That is what the realization. One who is able to be established in the Brahman. One who is able to be identified with the Brahman. That's all. This is Lingam. These two verses has to be assimilated properly. That comes after proper realizations. Whether I am Gunatitaha or not. That answer is to be given by ourselves, not from the Upanishad. Upanishad doesn't have the scale to measure whether we have become Gunatitaha or not, or we cannot use any measurement the other people whether they have become Gunatitaha or not. This is the indications which we can apply and see ourselves. Okay. Then Gunatitaha Acharaha is explained by Bhagavan Krishna. Means conduct of Gunatitaha. The person who has crossed guna, what kind of life that he would have. Acharaha means the lifestyle. Means when he does transaction, what kind of transaction it would be. What kind of mentality that he won inside. That is what is known here. Samadukha sukha swasthaha samaloštashma kanchanaha tulya priya priyo dhiraha tulya nindatma samstutihi. Swasthaha, the word swasthaha means who is established in himself, in proper self. Swasthaha samadukha sukha bhavati. He becomes equal to happiness and sorrow. He won't jump when he is happy, or whether there is an environment to become happy, he won't jump. So when the environments are favorable, unfavorable, doesn't matter. He will be endowed with samatvam. Samaloštashma kanchanaha. For him, gold and stones are equal. Because the gold is also stone. Why do we give too much priority to the gold? The gold is also taken from the earth alone. It's a shining stone, that's all. The priority, the importance which is given to that gold which is nonsense, because money oriented things. Why this definition always it comes in Shastra? I also thought of, see, we don't have attraction towards gold, but there are people who wants to have everything in gold. They have, glass which is used for drinking water in gold. And so one person in India, I don't know who is he has gold car. It's not only coated, it's whole that body is made up of gold. And everybody is very keen to see that. It's okay, his prarabdha he is endowed with gold. But the importance which is given to it is only by total ignorance. When we realize the importance of the self, then importance won't be given to anything else. That's what Samadoshtashma Kanchanaha Tulya Priya Priyaha Dhiraha Tulya Nindatma Samstutihi. When he is praised or when he is commented upon, he will keep very normal mentality with that. It means what? Bahihi bahyan kritva. Outside world cannot bother him. This is what acharaha, the conduct of a jnani. Jnani will do what comes in his mind as Ishvara Sankalpa. So when he gets something, dharmic thoughts, the thoughts to do something in the society, because in the society, a jnani also becomes a part of society. He will be responsible and response towards society. He will try to establish dharma in the society. While establishing, people may comment on him. People may comment on his lifestyles, because the mind of people would like to have varieties, the varieties in the form of dresses, varieties in the form of food, varieties in the form of work or seeing places. What I mean to say, they want to attire with different dresses. Every day they are in different color. They also comb with different style, and also they go to different places, different edible things. One day, idli, dosha, and pongal, and another day chapati and puri. All these dishes they want to enjoy with the varieties. But jnani, who doesn't depend on it, so only one cloth, white or orange or black, whatever it is, just he lives his life. But he gives priority to dharma. So what he is concentrated is with only dharma. All comments won't bother, because people cannot accept him, because they are endowed with variety, but this person doesn't endowed with variety. For them it becomes a great task to accept him, but he will accept everybody with the varieties of thoughts as samatvam brahma darshanam. That's what told in the 5th chapter. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavi hastini shunischaiva swapake cha pandita samadarshanaha. Is every outcoming towards society which will bring or which will show the maturity which he has. That's what the Acharya Bhagavan continues in the next verse also. That we will continue from the next class. We'll see you in the next session. Hari Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.